When professional athletes become victims of theft, it exposes a darker side of motorsports that fans rarely see. But Toni Breidinger's recent ordeal proves that sometimes the racing community's loyalty runs deeper than anyone expects. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series competitor found herself in every driver's nightmare scenario following a break-in incident near Watkins Glen. Someone had targeted her vehicle and made off with her entire custom travel case, a specialized Tumi suitcase bearing her initials TB that contained far more than just personal belongings. Inside that stolen case were Breidinger's professional Firesuits, including her distinctive 818 and Coach racing suits. For those unfamiliar with NASCAR gear, these aren't just uniforms. They're custom-fitted, flame-resistant safety equipment that can cost thousands of dollars and take weeks to replace. Losing them mid-season is like a surgeon losing their specialized instruments. But here's where the story takes an interesting turn. Rather than simply filing a police report and moving on, Breidinger took to social media with a direct appeal to her fan base. Anyone in the Ithaca, New York area? She posted on Twitter back on August 8th. My car was broken into last night, and my suitcase was stolen. It's a custom Tumi suitcase with TB on it. Inside were personal items, including my 818 and Coach suits. What happened next showcases something remarkable about the NASCAR community. While the exact details remain unclear, whether it was a fan tip, local investigation, or something else entirely, Breidinger's belongings mysteriously found their way back to her by Tuesday. Tricon Garage shared celebratory photos of a visibly relieved Breidinger clutching her recovered racing suits, her smile telling the whole story. The images captured a moment of pure joy that resonated throughout the racing world. And this is the part most people miss. This incident raises some uncomfortable questions about security in professional motorsports. How vulnerable are drivers when they're traveling between tracks? Should teams be investing more in secure transportation for expensive equipment? Breidinger's experience might be the wake-up call the sport needs. Meanwhile, in a completely separate but equally significant development, NASCAR officials dropped the hammer on Denny Hamlin's number 11 team following their wheel-related mishap during Saturday night's Bristol Motor Speedway race. The sanctioning body's Tuesday penalty report delivered swift justice, suspending crew members Austin Maloney and Joel Buagnon for the next 2 Cup Series events. This punishment stems from their car losing a wheel during competition, a safety violation NASCAR takes extremely seriously. Hamlin himself had already anticipated the consequences, discussing the looming suspensions on his Actions Detrimental podcast. His reaction was telling. It's super unfortunate because we were the only guys on pit road during that time. There was no indication, no heads up or anything, if it was loose leaving the pit stall, but I'm not sure. I don't have an answer of how or why, but more than likely. The suspended crew members will miss both the upcoming New Hampshire Motor Speedway race this Sunday and the following week's event at Kansas Speedway. They'll return just in time for the high-stakes Charlotte Roval race scheduled for October 5th. Which happens to be the final elimination race in the round of 12 playoffs. But here's where it gets controversial. Some critics argue that NASCAR's penalties are becoming increasingly harsh, potentially affecting championship outcomes based on mechanical failures that might not always be preventable. Others contend that safety must come first, regardless of playoff implications. These two stories, Breidinger's theft recovery and Hamlin's team penalties, paint a fascinating picture of modern NASCAR. They show both the sport's tight-knit community spirit and its unwavering commitment to safety standards, even when those standards come with steep consequences. What do you think? Is NASCAR being too strict with safety penalties, or are these consequences necessary to protect drivers and fans? And should the racing community do more to address security concerns for traveling competitors? The comment section is yours. Let's hear whether you agree or disagree with how these situations were handled.